welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video is going to be a little bit different, but I thought it was quite important, trying to spread awareness, that I answer people's most asked questions, not necessarily here on YouTube or on Instagram or just in general. So I have got down on my phone my most 5 asked questions about FND and epilepsy, the difference between the two, seizure-wise, symptoms-wise, and I'm just going to go through the top 5 with you. But instead of me just sat here blabbing on to a camera, I will bore you guys, and I think I'll get a bit sick of my own voice. I thought, why not do a little get ready with me and do my makeup while I answer these questions. It is currently 5 past 5 in the evening, the sun is going to go down, my lighting is going to get awful, but I'm still choosing to film it now. Why? I don't know. But yeah, so I cracked open an appetizer. We're going to do our makeup and we are going to answer the most common 5 questions. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to be putting my hair up with a scrunchie just so it's not in the way. Also, this is one I made. I make and sell these at £3.50. I will leave my links in the description. So if you're interested, make sure you get one. Also, if I'm looking down here a lot, it's because my mirror, I've propped up my mirror right here. So, yeah, so I'm going to put my hair up. Oh, I don't have any primer. Don't come at me. I don't have primer, I don't own any primer. I used to, but I don't now, and I don't know why, but don't come at me, okay? Don't come at me. A fairly easy one to start with is, do seizures hurt? Now, I can't speak for everybody, right, because I'm only speaking for me in this aspect, right? So, for me, seizures, in my opinion, they will always hurt. When you seize, all your muscles spasm, all your body tenses, no matter if you're seizing in a comfortable place like your bed, or if you're seizing downstairs or in an elevator, they're always going to hurt. Your body tenses. Well, it also depends on what seizure. Others hurt, some hurt more than others, like a tonic-clonic will hurt more than an absence. You know, so, but if we're just going off like basic seizures like the shaking, the tremors, the unconsciousness and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, they'll always hurt. But yet again, it all depends on what sort of seizure you're having. Absences don't hurt at all. Everyone just goes, oh my god, how can you not blink for that long? But it's like, my eyes don't stop watering. I don't know, it's weird. So I guess in that aspect, it all just depends on, it all just depends on the sort of seizure, and it's going to be different for everybody in that aspect. I only really suffer with tonic-clonics, absences, and then just normal ones, but not normal ones, but like the ones where it's not like a tonic, but I'm still in it and I'm shaking. It's like, I don't know the name for it. There probably is a name out there, I just don't know it at the moment. But yeah, it's different for everyone. That's a difficult one to answer, and there's me saying we're starting easy. Also, I look really pale right now. I'm not this pale. Why is I'm not this pale, I swear. I'm not this pale. I'll bronze myself up, I promise. My partner always has a thing of calling me, just on my nose on there. My partner always has a thing of calling me when I'm in the middle of filming. I've lost my beauty blender. No, I haven't, I got it. So, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty awful answer to the first question. But, I don't know, I panic when I get put on the spot. So I'm trying, it's going to take time, a lot of time. But I'm just going to carry on answering the questions, act like I'm not humiliating myself. Next question. Am I awake during the seizures? Like I said, these aren't questions that I've had recently, these are just questions, the most common questions I've been asked over the years, with suffering FND and recently being diagnosed with epilepsy. Are you awake during the seizures? Now, yet again, that depends on your brain. Some people are, some people aren't. Some people can have seizures, be completely awake and fully responsive. Other people can have seizures where they're completely unconscious and can't communicate at all. That all depends on your brain, on the seizure that you're having. Like I said, there's like over 50 different types of seizures out there. So to know if someone's awake or not is difficult, unless they are physically communicating with you, or they tell you afterwards, oh, I can hear you but I can't respond, or I can see you but I can't, and like you're blurry, you know, things like that. In my seizures, I am, people say I look pretty unconscious, and I'm not fully unconscious though. Like, I can hear people, I can't respond, I can't communicate, I can't see anything, everything's black and blurry, and it takes me a bit to come around. So that yet again, that's another difficult one to answer on other people's behalf, because I'm not them, and I don't know the sort of seizures that they suffer with. Like I said, there's like over 50 different types of seizures, so to tell you which ones you're conscious for and which ones you aren't, that there's no right or wrong answer for that. It all depends on the seizure and on the way your brain processes that seizure, if that makes sense. But yeah. So what's the next step after concealer? Bronzer? I don't know. Oh well. I'm gonna go in with bronzer. Where's my bronzer? I've got my bronzer. Now we're going to shape me like a model. Third question. This video is only like 5 minutes. This video is only going to be like 5 minutes long. Right, let me just draw up my lines. Make me not my make myself look less white. Like, just, I look like a sheet of paper right now. I look like I'm about to vomit. I don't want to be that white. I want to be nice and tanned. I'm never going to be tanned. Completely off subject. I am no makeup professional. This is just how I do my makeup. Don't come at me. I am... Oh, what's that thing? Like one of your French girls. I don't know. Alright, hold on. And I will begin the next question shortly. Like I said, I am no makeup artist. This is just how I do my makeup. And I don't want to hear any hate about it, because everybody does their makeup different, and I do mine very different, probably, to most people. Where's my... I need to get on with answering these questions. Okay, I guess my brush is gone. I guess I'm gonna have to use this one. Alright, so the next question is... Hold on, let me get up on my phone. No, my nose can't talk. The after effect of an epileptic or non-epileptic seizure. Okay, so the after effect, it's really difficult to like talk about these seizures if I'm talking for a specific sort of seizure. Why is this not blending? Have I got a funny colour? What was the question? I'm so off subject right now. It is... What am I saying? It is completely different for every seizure you have. There is no right or wrong way to feel after a seizure. The after effects for an epileptic episode will be more severe and advanced than a non-epileptic episode, as well, epileptic seizures are a lot more life-threatening than non-epileptic seizures. It takes a lot longer for the brain and the body to come around when in an epileptic episode and like over a non-epileptic episode. I'd say, what was the question again? Is it the symptoms or the after effects? I'd say for me, I mean, I've personally not suffered an epileptic episode yet. Obviously, if you haven't seen my recent video where I explain about my hospital appointment and I take you along the journey with me, they said I've not suffered an epileptic episode yet, but because I have epileptic brain waves or brain activity, epileptic brain activity, they say that the chances of me suffering an epileptic episode is very high, so I'm on anti-epileptic medication. That's got absolutely nothing to do with the aftermath of a seizure though. I just figured that out. But for a non-epileptic, like an FND seizure, the after effects, considering you've just been seizing, probably it could be worse. I go very foggy. My brain goes all foggy. Like, I come out of it. It takes me a few minutes to realise where I am, people around me, and things like that. But like with an epileptic episode, it takes people an awful lot longer. They could be out of it for a lot longer than what you would a non-epileptic episode. And by the term non-epileptic episode, I mean like an FND sort of seizure, but I know people out there can have seizures other than just like having FND. You know, like people have non-epileptic seizures and don't have FND. Do you know what I mean? I hope you do, because I don't know what I'm on about. Is my bronze? I know you can't respond, but oh no, do I look a bit more snatched? Do I look a bit more? Do I look less pale, or have I just made it worse? This camera does nothing for me. Like in person, it looks okay, and on camera I look like I've just got these massive lines down my jaws, which in person it doesn't look like that at all. Just want to put that out there. So yeah, there's also not like a lot I can say to that question either. The after effects is completely different. It all depends on, yet again, the sort of seizure. It all depends on the length of the seizure. If you have a 30-second absent seizure, you're not really going to feel much effects afterwards. You're going to come around fairly quickly. You're not going to be as groggy. You're not going to be as like foggy, like memory-wise. You're going to be able to just go back to normal a lot quicker. Whereas if you have a hour-and-a-half tonic-clonic, it could take you a few days to come around. Like I had a hour-and-a-half seizure. I think it in one of my other videos, and I was like out for almost a day and a half, because it just took everything out of me. So it all depends on the seizure. It all depends. Yeah, I'm not 100% on how to answer that question. Apart from epileptic episodes would be worse, like the side effects afterwards, where non-epileptic ones won't be as bad. But yeah. Here's next, bro. Next question. That was a big bug that just flew into my window. Oh, I am pale. Fourth question. This video is going to be about 15 minutes long and awful. I need to get better at explaining things. Also, I put on my highlighter with my finger. Nope. Unless I've got a highlighter. Probably not. Nope, custom. Yeah, I just put my hand on. The difference between an FND seizure and an epileptic seizure. Well, the difference is quite a bit. Sometimes in the seizure you won't actually know. Like, my mum asked my doctor, how will I know if she's having an epileptic seizure? Because my chances of having an epileptic seizure are high. And he turned around and said, you won't. Oh, my nose, that's... It doesn't look like right here! Ignore me having a meltdown. Hold on. Beautiful. There's a cat on the roof. Just okay. What was the question again? The difference between an FND seizure and an epileptic seizure. Okay, so the difference between an epileptic seizure and an FND seizure, during the seizure you probably can't tell. I know the first thing my mum said to my doctor is, well, how will I be able to tell if she's having an epileptic, pardon me, if she's having an epileptic fit or a non-epileptic fit? And the doctor just simply turned around and said, you won't. There is basically very little to show if I would be having an epileptic or a non-epileptic fit. The biggest, like, what's it called? Biggest visible explanation would be, I'd say, afterwards. Non-epileptic seizures, you come around a lot quicker. Epileptic seizures, you don't. You can come out of them gasping for breath. You can come out of them and be dazed for ages. Non-epileptic seizures, you're not, like, you are, but not as severe as you would an epileptic seizure. So, I keep forgetting what the question was, and I keep forgetting my answer. The difference. Yeah, so coming out of an FND seizure would be completely different to coming out of an epileptic seizure. You can be in a seizure and they can look identical, but coming out of them, where the parts of your brain where they were affected, obviously it would be completely different. I'm not making sense to myself, but I'm trying to. So, like, if I was to come out of an FND seizure that was 5 minutes long and a grand mal, it would probably take me an hour to come around. If I came out of an epileptic seizure, which was 5 minutes long, and it was a grand mal, it would take me a lot longer to come around. The symptoms afterwards are also a lot worse with epilepsy. Everything is basically just a lot worse with epileptic seizures than they are with FND seizures. So yeah, there's difference, but not that much during the seizure, because you can still have absent epileptic seizures. All the different sorts of seizures, you can have FND or non-epileptic, and you can also have epileptic. There's no right or wrong seizure for each condition. Do you know what I mean? I hope you do, because I don't. I really don't. I do. I'm gonna upload this and go to bed. I used to do my eyebrows. Gee, that was my dog. I'm probably going to do my eyebrows off camera because they take me ages and I focus that much on them. I'm like, So, I'll be back in a minute once I've done my eyebrows to answer the last question, and then probably come to edit this and not want to post it. I freak out every time I turn the camera on. I don't know why. Well, I do, but I don't. Stop yapping. I'm going to do my eyebrows. Come back. Ignore that they aren't even. I'm no makeup artist, okay? So they're a lot darker on camera than they are in person. You've just got to trust me on that. They're black, like slugs on here, but I'm telling you now, they're not. They're like a light brown, okay? Like this. No, that looks dark. Oh my god. Anyway, last question before I absolutely throw myself in the bin. Are epileptic or non-epileptic seizures life-threatening? Now, Yeah, again, this is just in my opinion, like all the questions have been that I've answered awfully. In my personal opinion, the simple answer is yes. Any seizure is life-threatening. And now I know there's going to be people out there that if they are watching this, probably not, but if people are watching this and be like, oh yeah, but FND seizures aren't life-threatening. If you think about it, any seizure could be life-threatening. If I'm laying on a bed and I'm having a non-epileptic seizure, 99.99999%, I'll be perfectly fine. But if I'm stood at the top of the stairs and I'm having a non-epileptic seizure and I fall and my body spasms and I'm shaking and I'm tensing and I fall down those stairs, there's a very high chance that I'll end up in hospital. Not from the seizure itself, but from me falling down the stairs while seizing. So even though the seizure itself isn't life-threatening, the way that the seizures happened could be. Any epileptic seizure is life-threatening. There's a lot of people I know that have got epilepsy and ended up in hospital for dislocated shoulders and paralysis and a lot more with epilepsy. So, life-threatening wise, epilepsy seizures are a lot worse than non-epileptic seizures, but I think any seizure could be life-threatening, even if it's non-epileptic, even if it's just an absence, whatever. Like, you're not fully with it, you're not fully conscious, you're not fully, you're not, your brain isn't fully there, so like it's focused more on the seizure than your balance, or the fact that you're at top of the, or the fact that you are at the top of a flight of stairs, or the fact that you're in a shop right next to a glass window, or you know, like anything. Your brain doesn't see that as a danger, it just sees the there and now and the seizure. So with that question, yeah, I think any seizure can be life-threatening. Not always in the seizure itself, but in like just the whole scenario of the seizure. Right? You get me? Do you get me? I look like, do you know what I look like right now? You know one of those like 2019 girls that are like in year 7 with these big bushy eyebrows and lipstick that comes up to like here? I look like one of them, don't I? Right, I'm just going to do my eyelashes. And then, oh, it's too close. Give me a second. Mascara. Probably just the postman Luna. She barks at anything with a heartbeat that walks past. I probably swear she can like see slugs move. Like honestly. Like she barks at everything. That's got nothing to do with this video. Oh well. Could have probably edited this. I'm getting worse at making these. Have you noticed? I was a lot better on my very first one than I am now. I just stutter more now, and I make less sense. But yeah, those are the top 5 questions that I have been asked, and I might not even post this because my explanations were awful. I might remake this video. I just don't know. Sorry, I've got a wand really close to my eye and I'm trying not to like poke my eye out. So I'm just, give me a second. Right, that's one eye done. Okay, I know you can't really see. Wait, can you? Like on camera, can you see any difference? I'm blurred. I'm really blurry. Am I blurry? I don't know. Oh, someone just followed me on Instagram. How lovely. I'm gonna go do the other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've pretty much just done the other eye, but I'm just going back in to touch it up. Also, this isn't much for get ready with me, is it? It's just like, watch me slap a load of stuff on my face and hope it makes me look prettier. Or just takes one of my spots. Either one. But yeah, that is basically it for today's video. Like I said, I might end up remaking this. If not, it's probably not the first time I've tried to make this video. And thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back, because that takes some dedication. Well done. I don't even think I could get that far in my own video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out my other videos. They're not as bad as this one. And don't forget to share. Go follow me on my TikToks. Like I said, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all that malarkey. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And yes, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Don't forget to check out all my other videos, la-di-da-di-da. Yeah, anyway, love you all. Bye!